What's going on YouTube? In this video, I'm going to talk about email marketing tips for recruiters. What is going on, my YouTube family? Thank you guys so much for watching another one of my videos. If you're brand new to my channel, my name is Ben Nader. I'm an internet entrepreneur. I run a recruiting agency and I vlog every single day about entrepreneurship, business, recruiting, everything in between. If you like that kind of content, definitely consider becoming a subscriber by smashing that red subscribe button down below. All right, so here we are back again talking about a monumental topic. Email marketing, super important for the recruiter, especially the startup recruiter, getting their list built, getting their customer base to know them, all that sort of thing, and your messaging. We want to talk about all of it today, how we can make it effective for you, how we can make it work for you, and how you can get deals closed this way. I've done a ton of videos on email marketing, but this is some new stuff, so you should definitely watch from start to finish. I guarantee you're gonna grab some value out of it. So just for that, you should probably smash that like button, just because. So let me go ahead and preface this video a little bit. I want to talk about this video in terms of you already having an email list. So I've gone over how to get an email list in a previous video using DuckSoup, LinkedIn, things like that, Lead Leaper on LinkedIn, finding emails organically like that and getting them, putting them into a list, compiling them, and then nurturing that list. So here's how it goes, folks. After a while, you simply need to keep that list warm. And by keeping it warm, you're keeping the buyers or your prospects warm, and eventually somebody pulls the trigger with you. A couple of really interesting stats that I wanted to share with you is number one, on average in 2020 by Campaign Monitor, it has been said that the average open rate for someone on a list already is 20%. That's pretty huge. It's also very notable that the number one platform for email interaction is, of course, mobile. Another statistic for you that is extremely important to know is that personalized email, where you put the name in and all that kind of stuff, get a 14% higher open rate than a non-personalized email. While doing research for this video, I also found it incredibly fascinating that email marketers are 6 times as likely to get a click than on a tweet. All right, so in this video, I really wanted to go step by step on how to nurture your email list so that these buyers and prospects can be warmed up over time to eventually pull the trigger, like I said. And that starts with number one, having an awesome subject line. Now, there's a bunch of ways to do this. You definitely want to, number one, differentiate yourself from anybody else in their inbox. You want to use action words that empower them or make them feel like something's happening. You want to personalize. You want to mention something about them or their company or anything related to them. And you also want to make sure that your subject line is short, sweet, and succinct. Now, I did mention this earlier, but number two is to personalize your emails. So if you have that data, first name, last name, all that type of jazz, add that in there. That will add a 14% uptick on your open ratio, which is just incredible when it comes to open ratios. That's a huge bump up from the regular open ratio. This is also extremely important when you're nurturing an existing list, because these people are receiving emails from you consistently or on some cadence, and they definitely want to be recognized when they get their email. All right, so tip number 3 for email marketing for recruiters is to keep your subject line related to your copy. All right, so this one's pretty simple. It's just like YouTube clickbait. You don't want to do it. It's basically like making a video where the thumbnail says, how I made $1 million, and then all of a sudden the content is really about how to start an IRA where you can make $1 million over 20 years with an average return rate of 7% using an IRA, blah, 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 blah. Nobody wants that. Keeping your actual subject line and the copy and the body of your email in alignment with the subject line that you sent out to your reader is just going to give you more brand credibility, give you credibility, your company credibility, and it's going to nudge the buyer closer towards the actual pull the trigger part. So my 4th tip for email marketing for recruiters is to keep it relevant. All right, so check it out. This is an email list possibly of 3,000, 4,000 people, prospects, people, decision makers at companies that are getting an email from you on some cadence. It might be every week, it could be every month, or it could be every 3 months, who knows? But it has to be relevant no matter what. Now, what exactly do we mean by relevant? Utilize current events, whatever's happening right now in the world, per se COVID-19. How about hiring freezes? You could talk about layoffs. You could talk about downturns. You could talk about what the future might look like after COVID-19. If we were in other times, perhaps, you could talk about how huge your pipeline has become and how many candidates you have coming through your doors and how much opportunity you have to place people for these relevant contacts. Bottom line, if somebody's getting an email from you, it had better have some relevancy, some reason, some meaning to why they opened it, why they read it, and afterwards, that's why they're going to open the next one. All right, so email marketing tip number 5 for recruiters is to keep it short. Check it out. Nobody wants to read your novel. Nobody wants to read your essay either, especially when they're opening it up on a mobile platform. Keeping it short, succinct, simple, easy to read, easy to understand, easy to digest, bullet points. Make it super simple for this person to just understand the message that you want to convey to them, and they will take it to heart, and they will want to open up that next email that comes in their inbox. My last tip, number 6, for email marketing for recruiters is to let your personality shine through. Listen, we're all humans here. You're a human that's writing this email. The recipient is also a human. So just let your personality shine through, not too through if it's crazy, but just be you, right? Just be your genuine self and make sure you follow the guidelines that I mentioned above. And if you're you and you do all of that, everything should go great with your email marketing and it should be dandy. Many people on your list should start pulling the trigger when it is right for them. But overall, this is exactly the blueprint that I would use to nurture my email list. All right, guys, I truly hope you enjoyed that video and got some value out of it. If so, please smash that like button, as well as hit the subscribe button and the alert button so that you know every single time I come out with a new video. Until then,